This is a match between Magnus Carlsen versus Jankos of Duda, in which Carlsen won the match. And it was a very crazy match in a Blitz section of the World Rapid and Blitz held in Almaty in Kazakhstan. Let's see how the game begins. Duda started with d4, g6. This is the modern defense played by Carlsen very often. The hell? Why am I not coming? Yeah. e4, and then white played e4, just capturing the center. Bishop g7, f3, d6, bishop d3, knight c6. Now let's start with the real answer. This was all the book move played in the game. Let's start it. White played the move c3, the very prominent move. As you can see, you're just capturing the whole center and creating a pawn chain, and it's obviously destroys your dark square bishop. Black answered with f6, a very natural developing move. White castle, black castled, and then white plays h3, preventing all the ideas of bishop g4 and just creating a very annoying pin which cannot be moved. Otherwise, your this king side pawn will be pushed, and then that creates a lot of weakness in your game. So yeah, let's see the good move. H e5 de. You can't push d5. You are like, okay, he's getting a good center, but your this bishop will be in really trouble, and this might be a big disadvantage for you. That's why de is a good move. De, knight takes, and de. I expected. Knight e3, bishop e3. Black played the move b6. Yeah, creating some dark color complex, but also this bishop is present, so he might. So Carlsen will just play bishop e7 and just get a good fianchetto bishop. Good option. Queen c2 played in the game, creating a diagonal battery, and if this pawn moves, there's a lot of attack on king side. Queen e7. Next move will be bishop b7 or something, and just connecting the rooks. Very developing move played by Carlsen. Knight d2 played in the game, connecting the rooks and also developing the knight. Rook d8 played in the game, getting on the open file. Good idea by Carlsen, because obviously these pieces are obviously going to move in the future, and then you're getting a very nice open file which can help you in the future, like just getting some attacks on the d file. You can obviously play queen d6 and get a battery, and there must be some rook d7 and rook a d8, creating a super battery there. Let's see how the game just started. He played rook fd1. Okay, he like, I'll not get to the open file. After some time we'll just move the pieces, and then we can just exchange, and no problem. I don't want you to be having open file. Black played the move a5, pushing the queen side pawns. Obviously these pawns are really like not have push, and these are really push pawns, so they might get you a bit of advantage. Bishop g5, as I told you, very annoying pin. This knight is totally pinned. s6 played in the game, and bishop h4. Good idea by Duda, because very specific reason is this is pinned, and this will be a long weakness in game. I have seen many times, and due to this weakness there might be some chances, then you can just attack this knight very quickly, and then you are having a good advantage in the game. Okay, a4, just fixing the pawns. Queen c5 played in the game, attacking the king side and also centralizing the queen. White plays a very good move. Knight b3, very nice. You are just removing the queen and just you are just like helping in positioning your knight, as it was very, what do you say, this passive on the d2 square. Queen c6 played. There's f3, helping the e4 pawn as there are pressure. Bishop c4. Then I think takes is forced. There's queen takes, and white played rook d2. Obviously this tension is always present in the game. Takes and knight takes. Knight takes is a very nice move, because now you can, in future you can play queen b3, and you can always get an outpost on the knight c4. That's a very nice plan actually. Black replied with queen c6. Idea is really simple. I don't want to get in trouble. I don't want, obviously your knight is just attacking my queen. There are threats in the game. Checks captures threat, very important. Knight f1, and there might be some chances of knight e3 or something. Rook d8, again Carlsen is with the same strategy, getting on the open file. knight e3, obviously getting the knight on a good square, controlling a lots of squares, and these pawns might get you some disadvantage in the future. That's why bishop f8 played by Carlsen, just getting on this good diagonal, and obviously can pin this knight in future. Knight d5, he just want to get out of all the pressure which are happening. Check given by Carlsen first, just positioning the bishop, and then he'll just attack the knight is the main option. E5, and black played the very good move, that is g5, removing the pin, as now there is no queen or something, you can obviously remove. Okay, knight takes, queen takes forced, bishop e1. Bishop e1 is slightly bad, I think so. Yeah, no, it's the best move, but I think, yeah, g3 or f2 might be a bit better. Yeah, you can obviously exchange these, and exchanging the bishop is not a good idea at this moment, because we can obviously see that black is having a pawn chain on the dark square, and that's the problem. His dark square bishop is really weak, but there's the opposite. White has his pawn chain on the light squares, so obviously he has a strong bishop, so he will not try to just exchange. But g3 was, I think, a very good move. Okay, g3 is not so good because these pawns are just blocking, so both are fine only because here also he is getting blocked, so nothing matters as such. After bishop e1, black played the move queen d6. Queen d6, I was telling you, creating a battery, because obviously this d5 is going to be a big disadvantage for white in the future, as black has just made his entry in the d file. b4, a very aggro and a very nice move. Not aggro, but okay, not a very arrogant move, but nice. Bishop e3 force, there's no other good move for black bishop, and he can obviously retreat back to f4 in future if he wants. Black played e2, then why black played queen d3. So the idea is, you are like, why you were just telling, just play them on f4. No, that's a big blunder because of the move g3. You can't take and you can't go anywhere else. These all squares are really blocked. But yeah, there's this possibility, no? Oh, so I got the answer. Why defending the bishop is a good move, and why not just moving into the g4, although you have bishop d2. The problem is, if you will play bishop f4, there's g3, there's bishop b2, d2, and then you have the good move, that is pinning the bishop, which is rook d1. You have just pinned it, you can't take this, and you can't take the bishop, because obviously you just lose the queen. And the second problem in such positions is that there's no other piece which can defend this bishop, so there's a lots of pressure by white on that pin, and obviously he can just further takes it. That's why it's not a good move. So queen d3, very nice calculation by, I'll say, by Carlsen, obviously Virtuous champion. So there's an option of just takes, and just takes, removing all the pressure. As you can see, the pawn structure of both the players are almost equal, same amount of pawns, no weaknesses in the game. Okay, at this moment there's an end game, so weakness doesn't count actually. So the thing that matters is what is your pawn, like this, what is the pawn structure, no, not pawn structure, this group of pawns, what is it, I forgot the name. This group of pawns, you can see there's 1 2 1 and 2. There here also have the same number of this pawn islands, same pawn islands, no weaknesses, no double pawn, no double pawn or no isolated pawn, so that's very good. So obviously this is a pretty much drawish game. As you can see, there is no weakness in both the sides, and they are having very less pieces, that's why. Okay, rook takes happen, ba, now you're like, okay, now they have more pawn islands, then the game must be like weak for black. No, but the thing is, white also have the same number of pawns, and every pawn is up, is like just, what do you say, this is upward to the opponent's pawn, so it doesn't matter how the game goes, it's all fine. h4 played by black, he's like, okay, let's gain some weakness, creating a weakness, gh, and black played the move c5. Not so accurate, he should have taken that according to the computer, but okay. c5 played, he wants, like, this is very easily like this, what we say, this, it is a very easy weak pawn, and we can obviously take. Black is like, so okay, c5, c4 played by white, just pin this pawn, he's getting this pawn on the light square, because obviously black is having a dark square bishop, so he can obviously take the advantage in future. This is a very basic tactic which one can easily learn whenever there is a one like bishop, opponent's bishop is on the board and it's of dark square. Move all the pieces in light square. You're obviously going to be safe for a very long future and there is no problem happening in the next. Okay, black played the move d4, attacking the rook, and if rook moves, like he moves somewhere like in the a2, a3, there's rook d1 and all the stuff, just spinning it. Bishop f2, takes, all the stuff is happening. White replied with c1, he knows all this. Okay, Duda is also a grandmaster, you can't say he's a no. But he can't he's just defending the pawn. Okay, a3 played, attacking the a4, bishop takes a5, rook takes forced, and d8 played in this position. d8 is a very fine move, I'll say. Very nice with Duda, just getting into the opponent's side territory and try to attack. Good option. Bishop e3. Now this is a very drawish game and obviously this is going to be a draw. Rook c3, bishop f4, and that's how the first mistake happens in the game. King g1. There was a very crucial move in the game which he has to play, that is g4, g5. You have to play. Now white can definitely enter in the game and create some mating threads by playing the very basic move, and that is bishop g3. Yeah guys, bishop g3 is a very fine move. I don't know why computer is saying it's a lost move. It is the second best move according to the engine, and the idea of bishop e3 is then this is a mating net. You can't go to both these squares. You are totally covered. You can't push this pawn. You can just start playing this move and just start to, you can play f4 and just start to attack the bishop, but this is not going to work because the rook, black rook is on an open file and he can definitely attack in the future. That's why. Good move by Carlsen. d3. Rook c1 played by black. He knows this is a mating pattern and like a mating net, so he's like, I'm just going to safeguard all attacks by getting my rook to the a rank and just be safe. gh. Now he's just defending the pawn way more nicely, and this is a very safe square for black. So bishop b6, and that is a big blunder. Can anyone tell me why this is a big blunder? Anyone in the chat? If you are seeing this, you can just pause the video and tell me why bishop b6 is a big blunder, because of a basic move bishop f4, attacking the rook, and also in future you are going to just settle your this knight on the very nice square, the bishop on the e3 square. Yeah, e3. Rook c2 played by white. Yeah, this check. Now your king is really trapped in this mating net. You can't get away from it. That's a very basic thing. And now this a file is also open. You can just start playing rook a1 and all those stuff, which can easily be just, which can easily go to just mate the king. King h2. Fine move. Rook a1, as I was telling earlier. And now black did a very big blunder. White did a very big blunder. He played bishop d8. And now there is a very good move, and that is bishop f4 check. Now king has to move, and he played the worst move in the position. Or this is the only move or what? Okay, he played the worst move. King h3. King h3, because there is the move h5. You are just forcing the king not to get out of this mating net, and you have covered all the squares for him. You have covered g4, you have covered g3, you have covered h2. Now the future move will be rook h1, and that's a very you're really effed actually. And there's not away from which you can be just away from it. You are like, okay, you can play g3, but the problem is after hg you are getting extra pawn, and this is obviously going to be queened very easily, because he's going to just queen on the dark square, and there's a rook which is defending it. He can futurely just play a move like g2 and stuffs, etc. very easily. That's why. At this moment, Duda know that he lost and he just resigned. A very good game, I will say. But the very basic move, which was the moment when the game lost, was at this moment. Bishop d6 is a very lost moment, because obviously now you are in a very good mating net. And sorry, now you play f4 and just attack, and there is a check, and there is rook a1, and you can just slide the king into that mating net, and you obviously won the game. That's why. So if you like this video, you can just like the video. Thanks everyone for watching. Bye bye.